You are excited to finally receive your letter to the Magic Wizard School, only to find you get bullied for your interest in anime. That is, until your first magic lesson. After several minutes of screaming to build power, you let loose the largest fireball spell ever, to the shock of your peers. Everyone in the room stared at Claude, who was in wide-eyed shock at the marvelously massive fireball that whizzed through the hall and inflamed the target at the end, dead center. "Excuse me, Claude, have you done this or practiced this before?" Professor Waller asked. "No way. That loser just watches anime and plays stupid fighting games in his unmagical household. It's a fluke. Bet you a million galleons he can't do it again," a student named Royce shouted while running his fingers through his magnificent long hair. "Let's not judge our classmate like that, Mr. Royce. Detention for you for that rude remark," Professor Waller said. "Well, as much as I hate to say it, Professor, Royce is right. I've never tried to do that before," Claude said while the other classmates stared at him in amazement, rather than their usual resentment. "Remarkable. You don't seem the faintest bit fatigued either. Please, try it again. Mr. Royce, I'm taking you up on that bet." Claude nodded and turned back to the shooting range as another target magically appeared with the flick of Professor Waller's wand. He once again channeled his energy and felt deep down inside his soul, down to the corner, then to the right spot of his soul, and the magical words only he seemed to be aware of echoed in the canyon of his mind. Hadouken! A blazing ball of furious flames erupted from his wrists, but rather than shoot it at the target, he pivoted and aimed it at his arch nemesis Royce. But he didn't want to gravely harm him, no. It had to be just right above him. The flames shot out like a cannon, and Royce surely saw his life flash before him. The fireball hit the wall and created a burnt circle on the cobblestone. Royce lifted his head and felt a cool sensation on the top. He touched the top of his head and gasped. Everyone stared in shock, including Claude, but he started to snicker. "Royce, I can give you a toupee until the end of class so you don't feel too embarrassed." Professor Waller whipped his wand and a sparkling pink wig appeared on the top of Royce's newly bald head. The whole class started to laugh. "By the way, you owe me a million galleons." Professor Waller started to guffaw, and the class was shaking from all the laughter. "Oh, but Claude, as much as I appreciated the display, you get detention too. You could have really done some damage with that. But, well done on the fireball. Maybe you could teach me a thing or two." Professor Waller winked, and Claude happily accepted the detention.